Dear God, you are the creator of heaven and earth. We are here today seeking knowledge because of you. We are grateful for this wonderful day as we learn new things from our instructors. Amen.
B. On time.
Please turn off your mic during the presentation.
Listen with your ears and eyes.
Stay in your seat.
Please be attentive.
Be respectful and be kind during the presentation.
Respect everyone.
Obey all the class rules.
Enjoy and have fun.
Hello viewers, I'm your host Shaina and this is SPS Talk for today's episode entitled Interview with Miss Ruth Relly on Human Flourishing. But before we start to our special guest, let us dig more what is human flourishing. Let's start with the idea of eudaimonia. In literature, human flourishing, a contented state of being happy, healthy, and prosperous. So it is a state wherein you are happy, healthy, and prosperous. But who exactly turned eudaimonia? Eudaimonia is originated from Aristotle. Eudaimonia means good-spirited. It is a term by Greek philosopher Aristotle in his work Nicomachean Ethics. He described the high point of happiness that can be attained by humans. Try to think of your happiness. Ano nga ba nagpapasaya sa'yo? Kapag ka na-achieve mo na yung mga nagpapasaya sa'yo, it means masaya ka na ba talaga? Or you will search for more happiness. According to Aristotle, eudaimonia is yung nasa dulo ng journey mo, ng paghahanap mo ng happiness. Kapag ka na-attain mo na lahat ng gusto mong marating or ma-achieve, is masasabi mo happy ka na or contented ka na. As I stated, eudaimonia is often translated into human flourishing. In literature, liking humans to flowers, achieving their full blooms. Kumbaga sa bulaklak, ang eudaimonia is yung estado kung saan nasa magandang portion ng isang bulaklak or yung pagbuka na yun. Sa tao, kapag ka na-achieve mo na yung full bloom mo, it is said to be you are flourishing. And that's all for the insight of human flourishing. Now, let's welcome our guest. Ruth, come us today as a person who flourish, a person who have a good life. Please welcome our guest. Miss Ruth, thank you for being with us today.
You're welcome.
So, kamusta? How's your life today?
It's great. I'm having a good life. I'm happily and contented and fulfilling life. I have my family and friends who are and support me on my journey to flourish.
May I ask you, what is happiness and what makes you happy? Is it having a wealth, power, or a good life?
Well, we all have different perspective in terms of happiness. For me, happiness is what I have. I have family and friends and job that I love. I am contented for having what I have, and I am just being good because of being good in this only way to be happy.
Right, and the surprising thing for human is that the purpose to be happy.
Yes.
So let's move on to the next. Can you tell and describe what is achieving human flourishing through your experience?
Well, achieving human flourishing is a lifelong existential journey of hopes, achievements, regrets, losses, illness, suffering, and coping. We are placed in this physical world in order for us to flourish. In the end of our life in this earth, dapat malaman natin yung purpose natin. Like I said, it is a lifelong journey because throughout the journey, meron na tayong ma-experience na regrets, losses, suffering, and that contributes to the discovery of your purpose.
Yes, when we say human flourish kasi, di ba, it is an effort to achieve self-actualization and fulfillment within the context of a larger community.
Right. Each have the right to pursue his or her own efforts. A flourishing individual leads a happy, fulfilling life, and the has meaning they have the power to do anything they want and to be anybody they want. They value and are dedicated to maintaining good mental, physical, and social health in all aspects of their lives and those of their neighbors. Also, human flourishing encompasses the uniqueness, dignity, diversity, freedom, happiness, and holistic well-being of the individual within the larger community and population.
A few moments ago, you used the word for flourishing. What does that mean? What does flourishing look like for a human being? As you think of thought that about the notion of human flourishing, what life goes into characterized by flourishing?
I think to flourish means to live God intended to us to live, rightfully related to Him and peace with Him. At peace of Him, therefore, at peace with humans around us. We are able to live God and love our family, job, friends, and love our neighbors.
Thank you. It's a pleasure having you here. And thank you for sharing your happiness journey to us. So viewers, I hope you've learned something from our heart-to-heart talk in regard to human flourishing. And with that, we hope that you guys will flourish too.
Para kanino ka bumabangon?
Ako? Para sa online class.
Ako, lutang sa umaga.
Sa hapon. Lutang sa gabi.
Lutang man ay bumabangon pa rin.
Ikaw, para kanino ka bumabangon?
College ka na pero hindi mo pa alam yung science method and results. Hala, joke lang po! So for today's video, we will discuss about the 6 means that will give us the general understanding of how to do science. Ask question or magtanong. Sinasabi na ang scientificong pamamaraan ay nagsisimula sa pagtukoy ng isang problema at pagbuo ng isang tanong. Tulad na lamang ng mga tanong na paano, ano, bakit, kailan, saan, sino o alin. Do a background research na kung saan dapat kang maging isang matalinong siyentista at magsaliksik sa tulong ng mga libro o internet upang ito iyong magsilbing gabay at tulungan kang mahanap ang pinakamahusay na paraan upang gawin ang mga bagay. Construct a hypothesis o bumuo ng mga tanong. Kapag sinabing hypothesis, ang hypothesis ay isang idea o paliwanag para sa isang bagay na nakabatay sa sinasabing facts or katotohanan, ngunit hindi pa ito napatunayan. For example, if sugar causes cavities, then people who eat a lot of candy and chocolate may be more prone to cavities. Subukan ang iyong hypothesis sa pamamagitan ng paggawa ng isang eksperimento. Sa prosesong ito, dito na po tutukuyin ang iyong eksperimento kung tama ba o hindi ang iyong hula. Suriin ang iyong datos at gumawa ng konklusyon. Kapag tapos na ang iyong eksperimento, tipunin mo ang lahat ng iyong datos mula sa ginawa mong eksperimento at susuriin ito upang makita kung sumasang-ayon o hindi sumasang-ayon sa iyong hypothesis or matalinong paghula. Communicate your results o ipaalam mo ang iyong naging resulta ng iyong eksperimento. Na kung saan upang matapos ang iyong proyekto, kinakailangan na iyong ipresenta ang mga impormasyon at mga bagay na iyong natuklasan at ibahagi ito sa ibang tao. At para sa dagdag kaalaman tungkol sa usaping agham at human flourishing, abangan ang iba pang mga presenters at kanilang contents. Gets po ba? Okay, ingat!
Kilig ang feeling at pansin din nila. Check sa Palmolive, check ang hair ko all day long, lasting bango. Check sa Palmolive, check ang hair ko. I can go all the way, confident na ako. Check na check, bangong Palmolive. Check na check, bangong Palmolive. Anywhere I go, pansin na pansin, basta Palmolive natural hair ko. Check na check.
Hello Philippines, mabuhay! And hello world! Welcome to our vlog. I am Jean D. Moraka and I am Hannah Angel Maliksi, and we will discuss about the verification theory versus falsification theory. Wala nang patumpik-tumpik pa? Let's watch and learn! Let's go!
And before guys, we forgot, please do subscribe our channel and click the notification bell so that you'll always be notified to our videos. And please also like, share, and comment down below all your suggestions to our future vlog.
We have different theories na kailangan when we are talking about science and technology. About po ito sa sinasabi natin na eudaimonia. Verification theory, from the word verification itself, bini-verify po natin ito. It is a discipline in science. It can be confirmed or interpreted in the event of an alternative hypothesis being accepted. Premium and empiricism takes into account those results which are measurable in experiment. And this is also repeatable. According to Vienna Circle, group of scholars who believe that only one which can be observed should be regardless as meaningful, and reject those which cannot be directly assessed as meaningless. So it means that kung ano yung andyan, ano yung kaya mong i-observe, ano-ano yung na-observe mo, or kung ano yung countable, yun lang po yung meaningful. And yung hindi na nasasabi or yung mga nare-reject na idea is called meaningless. So for you to truly understand po what is verification theory, I have here some example, and from here also we can explain the eudaimonia or the human flourishing, kasi ito yung paniniwala natin about positiveness. For example na lang po is, meron po ba kayong karanasan na akala nyo gusto kayo ng isang tao dahil malambing at caring siya sa'yo, and so by that, once you assume na he or she really likes you because of their gesture basically, but it turns out that it's nothing for them, and it is all normal doing for you as a friend. Damn! Diba, ang sakit nun dahil akala mo may meaning na sa'yo, pero sa kanya, wala naman pala yun. Well, it's okay that this is the time verification theory will enter. We will observe and should verify such things if may meaning lahat ng mga yon. Kung yun yung nakikita mo at may mas malalim pa na explanation doon sa taong napagkamalan mong may gusto sa'yo, because akala mo sa'yo lang siya ganon, but when you verified it from him, it turns out na ganun lang pala talaga siya sa taong malapit sa kanya. Nothing more, nothing less.
Moving on to falsification theory. As long as an ideology is not proven to be false and can be best explained a phenomenon over alternative theories, we should accept the said ideology. allowed emergence of theories otherwise rejected by the verification theory, encourages research in order to determine which among the theories can stand the test of falsification. And when we are talking about falsification, we have here Karl Popper that aims at the production of new falsifiable predictions. Scientific practice is characterized by its continual effort to test theories against experience and make revisions based on the outcomes of this test. So like what I said earlier on this video, now we have this verification theory. So since nalaman mo na, wala naman palang gusto sa'yo yung taong pinag-assuman mo na may gusto ka, so doon, in-avoid mo yung paniniwala niya dun sa mga evidences na pinapakita niya sa'yo. While itong kay falsification theory, itong kay Sir Karl Popper, ibig niyang sabihin kahit na assume na kahit na verify na, dito hindi makakasaya yung verification theory kasi as long as gumagana at uma-accept sa iba, kasi hindi naman sa lahat ng situation tatama yung hinala mo or kutob mo. Okay, mabait yung guy sa'yo, pero what if ibang tao naman ang pinag-uusapan? Halimbawa, that one guy mabait sa'yo kasi nga baka may gusto talaga sa'yo. Ganon. Kasi iba-iba naman din yung situation. For example lang naman guys ha 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 ha. So halimbawa, dito sa falsification theory, yung guy generally marami siyang kaibigan. He likes to be around people and generally aspires to become everybody's friend. So in instance, magkakilala na kayo nung guy. And whenever he saw you, he greeted you and waved at you at the same time. But you keep avoiding that. So akala ng guy is hindi mo siya gusto kasi umiiwas ka sa kanya. But when you guys have chance to talk to each other, that guy will find out na dahil sa hindi mo siya gusto. It is because nahihiya ka lang talaga pag may mga taong nagaganon sa'yo, especially in public places. As you can see, falsification allowed emergence of theories, otherwise rejected by the verification theory, and encourages research in order to determine which among the theories can stand the test of falsification.
Again, verification is hindi ibig sabihin na kung ano yung evidences na nasa harapan mo is yun na agad-agad yung paniniwalaan mo. Hindi porket he or she always smiles at you and wave at you, ibig sabihin nun ay gusto ka na niya. You should not assume, at least sinabi nung tao na gusto ka talaga niya. While here in falsification, naglagay agad ng conclusion yung guy na baka ayaw mo sa kanya, but therefore, doon niya napatunayan nung gumagawa siya ng ibang way para makausap ka. Doon niya nalaman na ikaw ay hindi naman pala galit, sadyang sa'yo or sadyang mahiyain lang talaga siya. So, that is the difference between verification and falsification theories. So, I hope guys that you learned something from us today. That's all. Thank you and see you on the next vlog.
I see you at the movies. I see you with your lipstick.
Guys! Anong pack ang masarap? Ano? Eddie, Unipack!
Unipack sardines, pak na pak sa sarap, pak na pak sa saya.
Anong pack ang mataas tumalong?
Ano?
Eddie, tipaklong. Sa lasa, walang MSG. Unipack quality, sulit for everybody.
Anong pack ang kailangan gawin? Ano?
Eddie, pakyaw na!
Unipack, sarap na pak na pak.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, witness as 3 candidates present their very best, compete for the coveted crown right here at the stage.
As the night filled with absolute excitement, we will soon find out who will be the worthy title holder. And I am Alexa Rene Isude.
And I am Nina de la Cruz.
And this is Miss Shining, Shimmering, Human Flourishing 2022.
The question and answer portion happen right now. We have 3 questions in the vowel that contain several questions.
For this round, you will be given a 60 seconds to answer, and you will be going beyond that. You will hear this sound. That sound. Alright, this is your last chance to prove that you are worthy of the crown.
Please come forward, Miss Dulong Hernandez. Please pick up your question. And here's your question. How we define science and results.
Thank you very much for that thought-provoking question, but before anything else, I'd like to greet my country first. Hello, ginaugma ko kayong tanan. And well, if I were to define science and result, from the way I see it, it appears to me that science is utterly paramount as it generates solution for everyday life, and it helps us to answer the great mysteries of the universe. Indeed, science is one of the most important channels of knowledge. In addition to that, I firmly believe that even those who do not understand science are won over when it produces results. However, science is not the only discipline that is capable of producing findings. In this case, religion, luck, and human randomness are also prone runners. Science is not perfect in the sense that it is always correct. The conclusion is that science does not have supremacy on certain outcomes. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful answer, Miss Dulong Hernandez.
So for the second candidate, please step forward, Miss Katmore. And please pick up your question, please. So here's your question. What is social endeavor?
Thank you for that question. Science as social endeavor means that application of science to figuring out how the world exists, works, and originated. Another dimension of science as a social endeavor is to solve various problems, satisfy various needs, and sustainable development of society with the help of scientific knowledge. Science is social in the sense that it takes place through social institutions and obtain the benefits of society. And there are numerous philosophers including Helen Longino, Richard Rorty, Paul Taggart, David Bloor, and Imre Lakatos presented alternative distinction that examines the social dimension of science and effectively technology. The new perspective maintains a dimension that serves society in general. And I thank you.
Wow, that's a wonderful question, Miss. Thank you, Miss Katmore.
And for the last candidate, we have Miss Longos. Miss Longos, please pick up your question. Thank you. And here is your question. What is science as education for you?
Thank you for that wonderful question. Well, science as education, on my own perspective, if you are a student and if you are really wanted to pursue the idea of human flourishing, I think it would be better if we will embrace the idea of human flourishing in a very holistic way. A lot of things should be considered, a lot of things should be done before we can come up with the idea of science, technology, and human flourishing, especially because we need to socialize with others. We cannot do this alone. So that's why some students wanted to have some scholarship to study abroad or in here, because science is very important when it comes on education, because science is the study of everything. And human flourishing requires to excel in various dimensions, requires me to do everything that I wanted to do with my life if it is not fixed. So we need to move forward. So that is the idea of human flourishing in relation to science and technology. We need to move forward so that we can truly find the success and happiness in our life. And I thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful answer, Miss Longos. fight, and one of these three beautiful, empowered women will be our next queen. Stay tuned at Miss Shining, Shimmering, Human Flourishing 2022. And we will be right back.
Bata pa lamang sila nang nakita nyo ang kanilang husay sa pagganap. At ngayon, dumating na ang tamang panahon para sa kanilang pagyabong. Ipinagmamalaking ipakilala ng ABS-CBN ang mga bagong mukhang muling bubuhay sa mga karakter na inyong minahal. Si Catherine Bernardo, ang bagong Mara, at si Julia Montes, ang bagong Clara. Abangan sila sa pagbabalik. Mara, Clara, malapit na.